Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Friday, November 10th. Well, you can see those big red candles on these candle charts here for the stock indices. The action that we're seeing, I think, makes sense. The primary driver here is the possibility that the Senate tax bill will have a deferral of corporate tax decreases until 2019. Which I really hope that doesn't happen because, one, it hasn't worked in the past. If you look at 1981 with Reagan, 2001 with Bush, companies will just defer those expenditures that they can take advantage of when it comes to these taxes. So if you and I were going to build an extension to our facility or buy a new facility, we probably would want to wait until 2019. So it doesn't really accomplish a growth stimulus at all if you have that kind of approach. And we're seeing the market reacting to it. That's one. Second is if we don't get further information about the tax issue, the corporate tax issue for Friday, then I'm looking for an inside day for these markets. In the NASDAQ market, we did trade below its bearish level. The magnitude change in that market is $800 a contract. Down here in the Russell, this market also traded above its bullish level right there. And that magnitude change before it fell apart, that magnitude change was $1,500 a contract. And now we can see that it really has broken to the downside. Again, I'm looking for an inside day when it comes to Friday's action. Now, let's talk about the currencies. In the euro, what we're seeing here is we're seeing a market firming up. That makes sense. Where does money go? It comes from the U.S. market. It goes away from the dollar towards, in this case, the euro. I do look for follow through to the upside, but not much of a movement on Friday. And again, depending on what we find out, I would look for an inside type day in that market. Also, interest rates are moving, and that also makes sense. Here we traded below its bearish level in the notes. The magnitude change here in that market is $156.25. Over here in the bonds, the magnitude change between that bearish and bullish level in that market is $937.50. In both of these cases, I'm looking for an inside day for Friday or lower. Well, let's talk about gold. Gold's moving up. We got some uncertainty out there. It likes that kind of market environment. I don't look for strong follow through here, though. I look for the day to basically on Friday to be an inside to even lower. Actually, not so much for gold, but an inside type day. Crude oil also, we should have had follow through to the downside. We don't have that action. I'm looking for the sideways move that you see here on Thursday really to continue on Friday. And over in soybeans, we're falling out of bed a bit with this market. I do look for further movement to the downside on Friday. Further weakness, I think, makes sense for that market. Well, that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for being with me. Look forward to being with you again tomorrow. In the meantime, take care.